people think, well, my industry's booming. Why would I want to sell? Right? Well, the interesting thing about a booming industry, as you know, there's corrections, and the corrections are driven by corrections in the market, not the industry. And then the corrections in the industry follow the corrections in the market. So I don't think there's a lot of people that are sitting here in the US anyway, thinking, oh, this booming market, global market here in the US is going to last, because we always have corrections.
Hi all, welcome to another episode of Investment Banking Decoded, where we are connecting with experienced bankers in the North American region and sharing their experience. So today we are joined by Tami Fratis, Managing Director at ACT Capital Advisors, with a career spanning private equity, VC-backed startups, family offices, M&A advisory. Tami has led companies as CEO and COO, managed multiple transactions, managed investment funds, served on more than 30 boards. She also brings a wealth of experience in growth strategy, capital raising, acquisition, and helping businesses scale and succeed. Thanks for joining with us, Tami. Welcome to the show.
Wow, you're welcome. You make me sound old. I have all that experience.
Yeah. So to start with, I would like you to share that experience with us. Like, what's your background? How's your journey? What are some key milestones in your professional journey so far?
Sure. So my background is very analytical. I started out as an actuary. So I was a math physics undergrad. And as an actuary, I did software development. So I learned how to program and did big interfaces for a sales force in an insurance company. So I had really good background because I did trend analysis and programming. And after business school, I got into the venture capital world. And venture capital helps early stage companies mostly. And I really learned how to help business owners grow and how to be a good support to them as new leaders or as young leaders. And I spent many years in venture capital and then moved up to the buyout side of private equity. And then when COVID happened, a lot of things changed. And I took operating roles in companies that were having problems growing. So I spent a lot of time figuring out why companies weren't growing and then turning them around and helping them grow, which led me into investment banking, because in investment banking, obviously the companies had years of growth, but at some point they're either not growing anymore. And so they either close or they sell themselves or get bought, or they decide that they've had enough. They want to take their chips off the table and they sell. So that's how I got into investment banking, continuing my interest in helping companies grow and be successful.
That's great, Tami. Like, I'm sure that you have got involved in a lot of deals. So among the deals which you have done, is there something which is standing out for any particular reason, and something which is memorable to you? Can you share one or two deals with us?
Sure. It's a current deal, and why it stands out is I was able to bring together other resources to really help these first-time entrepreneurs that were going to have a liquidity event. And this was, the only liquidity event they're ever going to have in their life. So they really need to maximize the value that they were going to bring out of the transaction. So by the introduction of other resources like financial planners and tax planners, tax experts, we were able to identify ways that they could save substantial money on the tax side and also substantial benefits to their estate planning for their families. So that made me feel really great about that particular transaction. And it's very memorable being able to really make a difference in people's lives.
So this is one common answer which I'm getting, like whenever I'm talking to bankers. So this is one point that we can make a difference in someone's life. That is something which I've commonly heard from everyone, that selling that company, helping them sell that company adds a lot of value to their family also. And
Yes.
that's how you are making a lot of change in people's lives. That's great.
Yeah.
And we are we are almost in the middle of 2026. So, what are your top focus for the remaining 6-7 months of 2026, and what is driving those priorities?
Sure. So I'm focused on finding companies in the manufacturing and construction area because we have some buy-side clients that are particularly interested in manufacturing companies and the construction industry in particular because they're big real estate investors. So that's what's driving my focus this year.
And are you using AI in your workflow? Like, how are you incorporating AI or the different tools in the market?
Sure. Well, believe it or not, I invested in AI in 1995. So I'm a big
That's great.
proponent of AI. So how I use it in my workflow is I use the agentic side of AI, and I use it to dive down into websites to find family-owned businesses that have been in business more than 30 years, and then the CEO and the contact information. And I actually go to trade shows where those particular companies are going to exhibit. And so I already know that they're family owned. I already know they've been in business 30 years. And then I already know they're going to be at a trade show. So that's how I use it for my workflows.
Great. And talking about the sectors you mentioned, like construction, what do you think? What's your expectation in the next couple of years? How the construction industry is going to grow?
Well, the construction industry, and so I was just recently at a roofing show. It's booming. It's booming right now. And so people think, well, my industry's booming. Why would I want to sell? Right?
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about a booming industry, as you know, there's corrections, and the corrections are driven by corrections in the market, not the industry. And then the corrections in the industry follow the corrections in the market. So I don't think there's a lot of people that are sitting here in the US anyway thinking, oh, this booming market, global market here in the US is going to last, because we always have corrections. And once the macro economy has a correction, the industry, like the construction industry, will have a correction, but their correction is much more severe. So the highs are highs and the lows are really low. So the construction industry is booming now. Business owners should be prepping for a sale because it takes a while to get ready for a sale. Because my prediction, 4 years from now, we're going to have a major correction in the global market, and that's going to severely impact the business owners. And they're going to have to wait anywhere from 6 to 10 years to get back to where they are today.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
So, as a continuation to that answer, can you just tell me a high-level view on how you would be preparing a founder for an exit?
Sure.
I don't want you to spell your secrets, but on a high level.
High level, they should be able to take a vacation for a couple weeks, and their business should run well without them. So high level, they need to make themselves not critical to daily operations. And most business owners think, why would I ever want to do that? Well, they would want to do that because the next person that buys their business isn't going to have them, right? They're not going to be there. So better to prove that they don't have to be there now rather than trying to convince the buyer, oh yeah, my business is fine without me. Too much risk for the buyer.
That's so simple, very simple.
Make yourself obsolete as a business owner. Make yourself obsolete. Take a month cruise.
So that you have put in very simple terms. Thanks for that, Tami. So one final question for the day.
Okay.
You have a unique experience of you started as a coder, you are developing software, then CEO, COO. Now you are an investment banker. So what is the one piece of advice you have to keep to a new grad who is entering into a corporate world? It can be investment banking or it can be a job also. So what's your one piece of advice?
Don't think that you have to know what you're going to do when you grow up. Do when you're younger what you like, what you're interested in, what excites you, because your path isn't going to be linear, and it doesn't have to be linear.
Mhm.
And just get experiences, see what you like, see what you don't like. And when you find something you really like, that you're really passionate about, build on your expertise by additional training, additional schooling, take additional risk. Put yourself out there and maybe take a job that's a little bit above your head that you don't think you're ready for. Well, so what? What's the worst that happens? You get fired and you go get another job. It's not going to be the death of you.
It's like challenge yourself and you will find a path there.
Yes. Yes.
That's a great piece of advice, Tami. So thanks a lot for sparing your 15 minutes with us and sharing your ideas, your wisdom, and your way of doing the business. So thanks a
Thank
lot
you.
for joining with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.